so much, Neerja, for joining. It's always a pleasure having you on the program. But starting with Ramesh Biduri and the reports coming out that BJP either will shift him to some other constituency or might even cancel his candidature. Why do you think that the BJP is doing it, given the fact that he was already a candidate from Kalkaji, and now that BJP is trying to damage control? You'll have to unmute, Nirja. You'll have to unmute yourself. Yeah,
Yeah. Is that fine? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, given the statements that Ramesh Veduri has made, not just about Atishi Singh, who's the Chief Minister of Delhi, also about Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, uh, unless they remove him and send a message by his removal that this kind of rhetoric, this kind of language is not acceptable to the ruling party of India. Anything short of that, damage control, fine, that suits you. That sends no clear message to the women of India that their dignity matters to the political party. And that would go for all political parties. Now, to talk about who the father of Atishi is, to make snide remarks about that, her surname, and to say that the roads he wants to and the party wants to build, like on the cheeks of Priyanka Vadra Gandhi. I mean, surely you can say things in not such a undignified, derogatory way to women and leading women, to any woman in the country. When I heard about it yesterday, I felt demeaned myself. That this kind of language should be used by mainland parties in the country. So there is bound, since Delhi is an urbanized area, it is bound to have a reaction from the women. And so they should do damage control if they want to win that seat. That, of course, is a minimum, but it has to be more than just damage control, keeping in mind only that seat of Kalkaji. This is where the BJP is on the mat today about its commitment to the women of the country. The Prime Minister has spoken about women-led development. Prime Minister's, the Ladki Bachao, what is it, Ladki Padhao, Ladki Bachao,
Beti bachao, beti
several,
padhao.
Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, several big schemes which have been very useful and have been welcomed in the country. So to have women referred to in this fashion, in this day and age, 2025, to me, it's unacceptable. I don't know how other women are reacting. And I think being the ruling party, being the Prime Minister, the kind of language that he's spoken about, what he wants for the women, I think they'll have to do better than just damage control.
No, but Nija, you said that they will have to do something more than the damage control. Now, still, it's not very clear. His ticket is going to be cancelled, whether his candidature will be cancelled. But what, according to you, should be the option before the BJP? Ramesh Biduri be thrown out completely out of the Delhi electoral scene for BJP? Should that be the message?
Yes, I think the BJP has to say that this kind of language is unacceptable to us in today's India. And the least that it has to do is to throw him out of the election this time.
Right. But do you think that supposing if he's shifted from Kalkaji and given some other seat, his comments will further damage BJP, because I'm sure on all the 70 seats of BJP, the urbanized population of Delhi and especially the women will not take this very lightly, and they would see every BJP candidate almost as a Ramesh Biduri.
If they just move him to another constituency, it means, okay, we are cornered in Kalkaji and we will have a big tough fight as a result of this. And there's a woman candidate on the other side. So, let's wriggle out of a difficult situation, field him from somewhere else. But that doesn't show your commitment to the women of India, to the dignity of the women of India. Does that matter to you?
Right.
That is my question. I ask that question not just to the BJP. I will ask that question of every party today. This kind of reference and snide remarks and sexist remarks, bahut ho gaya.
Totally. No, and each time bringing in, the women, as whenever you refer to any infrastructure, whether it was Lalu Yadav in the yesteryears, or there are several other examples of that. Whenever they don't have any analogy except for a woman to compare with the infrastructure development they are having in the country.
Yeah, to say the cheeks of women to say that roads are going to be smooth. I mean, it shows their lack of imagination, lack of hard work, how to put across, how to communicate. Surely there are better ways of doing this. They are very smart politicians, all of them. So somewhere I feel they do it deliberately and feel they'll get away with it. And
Right.
the party leaderships have to draw that line and say, no, you will not get away with it.
No, but we haven't heard anything from Prime Minister Modi. We've not heard anybody from the senior leadership of BJP speaking on this at all.
Absolutely, I agree with you. The same had happened in the case of the wrestlers, if you remember.
Yeah.
The way they were dragged on the streets, your award-winning wrestlers. I mean, you can disagree very vigorously on a political point of view. We don't argue, counter it with sharp arguments, but, demeaning women. As I said, it diminishes all of us, these kind of remarks. It does nothing for us. And therefore, women should ask the question, why should we vote for them?
Absolutely. But,
giving what is called reveries by any party, whether it's Aam Aadmi Party, Congress, or the BJP, is one part of the story. Yes, it empowers women. It makes them economically autonomous. It makes them feel good. That's one part of the story. But women want more than that. You must understand that today.
Absolutely.
They want the new place under the sun.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.